I'd like to call this January 8th council work session and regular meeting to order. And let's remember all those who passed away during the year. Please salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Dillon, you'd like to do roll call, please?
Yes, Mr. President.
Here.
Ms. Cullen.
Here.
Ms. Rodriguez.
Here, sorry.
Mr. Cousins. Here. Ms. Figueroa.
Here.
Mr. Johnson. Mr. Petroci. Present. Mr. DeGiuseppe. Here.
Okay, before we get started, I'd like to welcome our new solicitor, Jeff Martin from Bailey, Carter and Randio.
Saluted me a few minutes ago.
So Jeff's taken over for Mr. Salerno, who served the borough for 45 years. So Jeff said he likes to do at least 30. I told him as long as we can do them together. So Jeff, thanks for coming on board.
Thank you for having me.
Looking forward to working with you and your firm. Okay, Chief, what do you have?
The only thing is, that I want to mention is about item number 5 on the agenda for tonight, the loan, the grant application for the fire station.
Let me explain the fire station grant. So we became aware of a grant about a week or two ago. Basically fell in our lap. So there's been no commitment for the merger. So this grant isn't to say, okay, if we get this, you have to do it. I think the companies we've been meeting, the mayor with the fire board, I was at the last meeting that you had, and I think everybody's leaning towards a merger. So we figured if we can get this 1.5 million in a grant, it's a kickstart to start building a new building or a location that we could find. And we've been very successful in getting grants. So we don't want to blow this opportunity, so there's a motion to apply for the grant. If we get it, in the meantime, we're going to start talking, because at the last meeting, Steve said you guys were going to come either to the February or March meeting to discuss with council, because council needs to be involved in what's going on, where we're going with this.
I just, the firefighters and the fire companies in town see this as a significant positive step by council to go this route.
Now, we're going to do everything we
Apply for
can.
that grant.
We're going to do everything we can to try to get this money.
Right.
And if we can get, we know it's not enough, but it's going to put a dent into what we're doing.
To start.
So it's a big start. So
Right, yes. So that's the thank all the council and the mayor for taking this step to help the fire companies.
okay. But I didn't want anybody to think that the decision has been made and we're forcing you to make this move.
Right.
So, all right. Anything else? Any questions for Herbie? Chief? You're good? I want to hear it. There's a national game tonight. So, there's so many papers we're going through. So we discussed the firehouse. I might as well just take the time to get rid of what I had. There's a meeting here with State Senator Steve Sanicero on Wednesday, January 17th from 2 to 7 p.m. And that meeting is for people, individuals, and families that have heating bill issues. So it's called LAHEAP.
LAHEAP, yes.
LAHEAP, and it's for people on low income that need assistance. So his staff will be in the borough building January 17th from 2 to 7 p.m. This is a flyer he sent to the borough for us to advertise and put around town. So if you know anybody, talk to them. If they need assistance, there's programs out there to help. I'm going to thank the senator for coming here to do this. Right now, I think that's all I have. Anybody in the public want to do have anything they want to discuss? No public participation. And I'm really out of sync tonight. Lorraine, what do you have?
I'm not gonna have anything tonight.
Greg?
I'm gonna see the game.
Greg?
I just wanted to reiterate what the chief had said about motion number 5. You know, five, right? 5.
Okay.
What the chief had said about motion number 5, and you know, a number of us have been here for a long time, and this has been stuff that we've been discussing for a long time. Fully recognize it's no formal commitment, but I think we can all agree that at least making this application and the firefighters' willingness to go along with us and for us to kind of take the lead from you guys is a good development. So that's all I have.
All right.
I don't have anything except Happy New Year, everyone.
Louis?
I would just like to thank all those that were involved in during the holidays with the parade, with the tree lighting. It was a lot of people in town. Everybody spoke very highly of it. The Grundy Museum was open in December for Christmas, decorated up for Christmas, and that was a very successful event. So I know a lot of work goes into this, and I want to thank all those that worked on it and all those that came and participated. Thank you.
Lee, do you have anything?
Well, I'm newly, appointed in the seat, but I would like to say this. Thank you for those that came out and supported me and family and put me in this chair. So for those that came out and didn't, but thank you for your support, and just know that my heart's in the right place and do what I can for the town and be the best I can be for everybody. So thank you for those. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome.
Betty?
Yeah, I just have some complaints about people parking on the yellow lines a lot in town, especially on Linden Street. There's someone who has a few vans that are parked in the yellow, and when people are coming down Green Street, they can't make a left to go on to Linden. But I'm going to send Joe and Mr. Dillon probably tomorrow morning the vehicles that are involved, because they've been sitting there and all the neighbors are really getting upset about that. So I'll send it to you in the morning. But other than that, I don't have anything except Happy New Year to everyone, and let's have a better year this year.
Okay. Couple more things. One, I'm sure everybody's aware we're supposed to get a major storm tomorrow, a lot of rain. They're talking could be 3-4 inches of rain, so you know there's going to be flooding. We have a system that we put in place, the mayor worked on, and it's called Nexel. And if everybody would just sign up for this system, you would get updates with power outages. You can put your cell phone in, if the river's flooding, if you got to move your car, if there's trees down, if there's wires down. This is a great system. And whether you live in town or you visit Bristol or you visit the restaurants in Bristol, they all have these signs in your window, right, Greg?
We should.
Yeah. So I think you should use this system, because today I've been getting alerts all day from Long Beach Island because I have a place, and I do get alerts from Merle, our emergency management, and the chief. So join this. It's very easy to do. I'll have Matt put it up on the screen again. There's 3 easy ways to do it. You just text Bristol Borough to 888-777, and you could join. So it's an important system. You should have, if there's a fire, if there's an accident, if there's things that happen in town, in the community that you need to be aware of, it's a great system to join. You get a text, nobody's bothering you, don't want to avoid the text. But if your car's down in the parking lot and it gets flooded out, it's really a shame that you don't have this system on your phone. So again, we'll keep it up on the website, Matt, if you could put it up. And it's a great opportunity to join something that really can help you and your family out, especially if you lose power.
Yeah.
You know, you still have a cell phone that you can use. So they're telling you charge your cell phones, get batteries for flashlights just in case you lose power tomorrow night. It's supposed to be during the night too, which is supposed to be the worst of the storm. So thank God it's rain, but you know rain could cause major problems also. All right, and if anybody wants to take these home or give them out, but Greg, maybe you want to take some,
Yeah,
with
I
some
will.
windows. We have a lot of these. If somebody wants to, I don't know, Rosie, if you're working tomorrow, maybe hand them out again to the businesses to put in their windows, but people should join this system.
No cost.
No cost. Right, no cost to the people that are signing up. Anybody have anything else?
I just wanted to say on that note, there was a, the article in the Courier Times asking about the situation down in our parking lot. It just might be a good time to remind people that the grant that we got was not to prevent flooding. There, that would be a gargantuan undertaking for us to be able to prevent the water from coming. It's about better drainage and better parking. And the article seemed to indicate, or at least allude to the idea that we somehow got a grant that was for prevention of flooding, which was not.
I mean, I think we sat here, and I had to say it, if I didn't say it once, I
Without
said it
doubt.
100 times. The grant is not going to solve the flooding problem.
Never.
You can't solve the flooding problem because we're in a low-lying area. When that river rises, it's coming over the embankment. Unless you build a wall around the complete parking lot, it'll come in somewhere. So, I mean, Louis gets flooded on the river. I mean, it's the nature of where you are. But we're fortunate to have the parking lot for a lot of people to park. Okay, anything else? Jim,
Yeah.
you have anything?
No.
Ralph, and I'd like to do something probably in March or April for Herbie. He did get an award last year, and there was a couple of certificates that he got, and we want to get together and bring him up and give him these awards from the borough,
Absolutely.
okay?
Okay. Mr. Barton, you have anything?
Nothing to report at the moment.
Thank you. One other thing, I'm going to meet with a couple people this week to try to put a program together on how we're going to get the baseball fields all spruced up for the summertime.
Okay.
Kurt, I don't know if we're going to have to figure a way to go out to public bid. That press box has to be demoed to the ground and build something new. The dugouts have to be redone. So there's a lot of little projects we want to do, and council wants to get a lot of stuff done in town. So we're going to sit down as groups and try to figure out what projects we want to do for the town, and then start announcing some things that we want to do moving forward for 24. Okay.
Let me just say one thing. I'd like to take a look at our
Playgrounds.
playgrounds. Oh my God, yeah.
We're going to look at all that recreational stuff.
Good idea.
Okay? All right. Anything else on the work session before we go to our regular agenda? Okay, any public comment for the regular agenda? No public comment. So I like to do the agenda and then go to the boards and commission and handle it that way.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to accept the council meeting minutes for December 11th of 2023 and January 2nd of 2024, accept the fire chief's report for December of 2023, accept the inspection department report for December of 2023, accept the public works department report for December of 2023, accept the police department report for December of 2023, and accept the harbor report for December of 2023.
Second by Ms. Cullen. Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 3.
Mr. President, oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, do it.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of purchase of 5 automatic electronic defibrillator units, 1 at Borough Hall, 3 for the police vehicles, 1 at Public Works. Units will be Zoll AED3 Wi-Fi fully auto. Unit cost $2,152.80.
Second by Mr. Peasant. Questions or comments?
I have a question. Are the same units used in the cars as in the building?
These are the ones that are recommended by Marty. They interact with the cars, the ones that we have, the order will all interact with, from the police, from the building to the squad when it comes, from the squad to the hospital. So they're all in line with each other.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Number 4.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of a resolution for the submission of an application for the Redevelopment Assistance Capital Program grant funding in the amount of $1.75 million from the PA Office of the Budget to underwrite certain improvements to mitigate flooding for the Adams Hollow Creek.
Do I have a second? Second by Ms. Rodriguez. Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I abstain.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a
I got
motion.
1 abstention.
We good?
That Mark? Mr. Catroci. Number 5.
I'd like to make a motion to approve an approval of resolution for the submission of an application for redevelopment assistance capital program grant funding in the amount of $1,500,000 from the PA Office of the Budget to construct a new fire station facility.
Second by Mr. Peasant. Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, so we're going to go to boards and commissions.
Mr. President, I'd like
Hold
to.
on 1 minute. So the solicitors advise us that we can group these together. So we're going to group each category together because there's usually we do a name and then we ask if there are any other nominations. Right now, I think the council has all agreed on the list that's here. So, Lorraine, you're going to start, so I'll go with you.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to appoint the following to the Recreation Authority for 5-year terms. Virginia Poliaco, term expires 1/1/28. Bruce Harris, term expires 1/1/29. Robert Tosti, term expires 1/1/25. Joseph F. Larissy, term expires 1/1/26. Mark Wade, term expires 1/1/27. That's it.
Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Catroci. Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next category.
Mr. President, I'd like to make the following appointments to the boards and commissions with the noted term expiration dates. For the Water and Sewer Authority, their 5-year terms. Rose Marie Leone Suski, expires 1/1/25. Fred Fields, term expires 1/1/26. Mike Duba, term expires 1/1/27. Vincent Catroci, 1/1/29.
Do I have a second? Second by Mrs. Cullen. Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to appoint Civil Service Commission for 6-year term. Ralph Giuseppe, term expires 1/1/28. Craig Whitaker, term expires 1/1/29. Maria Fields, term expires 1/1/26.
I have a second by Ms. Rodriguez. Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion for the appointment to the Historic Architectural Review Board Casey Lee Waldron, term
Five-year
expires.
term. Right, for a
They're five-year
five-year term.
Casey Lee Waldron, term expires 1/8/28. Kim Chabot, term expires 1/8/25. Richard Murphy, term expires 1/8/26. Janine Allen, term expires 3/9/25. Joe Malone, term expires 1/8/27. Susie Antonelli, term expires 1/1/29. Joseph Dugan, term expires 1/14/26.
Do I have a second? Second by Ms. Figueroa. Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to appoint the following appointments to Environmental Advisory Committee. 3-year term, Shirley Bradley? Brady. Term expires 3/20/25. Susan Richland, term expires 3/20/26. And Steve Collins, term expires 3/20/27.
Second by Mr. Pezza. Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next category.
Mr. President, I'd like to make the following appointments to the boards of commissions for the Human Relations Commission for 3-year terms, starting out with Patricia Mancuso, expires 5/12/25. Maribel Long expires 5/12/26. Ellen Scansella expires 5/12/26. Linda McLean expires 5/12/26. Gladys Harper expires 5/12/26. Shirley DeMarcus Brady expires 5/12/27. Karen Rosado expires 5/12/27. Steve Cullen expires 5/12/27. And Michael Poplawski expires 5/12/27.
Do I have a second? Second by Mrs. Figueroa. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? To the next category.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion for the appointments to the Planning Commission, 4-year terms. Donald McCluskey, term expires 4/13/25. Sam LaRosa, term expires 4/13/25. Danny Pajula, term expires 4/13/27. Michael Saracelli, term expires 4/13/27. And Harry Crow, term expires 4/13/28.
Second by Mrs. Rodriguez. Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Mr.
Next
President,
category.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint the following to the Recreation Board for 5-year terms. Aaron Antonelli, term expires 1/1/25. Dory Morgan, term expires 1/1/25. Stacy Dragon, term expires 1/1/25. Cindy Jimenez, 1/1/26 expiration. Tyree Barnes, term expires 1/1/26. Mike Poplawski, term expires 1/1/27. Harold Jackson, term expires 1/1/27. Heather Veerling, term expires 1/1/28. And Jose Contreras, term expires 1/1/28.
Second by Ms. Rodriguez. Questions or comments? The only comment I'd like to make on this Recreation Board, that there were council members on the board and school board members on the board. We would like council members to act as liaison, and also the school board, Mr. Chicoletti could appoint 2 or 3 people to show up at the meetings, whoever he would like to serve on this board to bring information back to the school board. But I just felt that it'd be better to appoint people that are on the board involved with the recreation program instead of just council and school board members.
Absolutely.
So you guys could still attend. I know, Lee, you're gonna be involved. I know Greg and Lorraine's involved. Brian's involved, and I know Betty wants to be involved. So whenever you guys could show up, you always could bring back the information to us. Right? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to appoint the following to the Zoning Hearing Board, 3-year term. Angelo Catroci, term expires 5/10/25. Angelo Grizzlia, term expires 5/10/26. David Marucci, term expires 5/10/27. Sam Scalzo is an alternate, term expires 7/8/25. Joe Gasper as an alternate, term expires 5/10/27. And Andrea Harvey as an alternate, term expires 5/12/26.
Second by Mrs. Rodriguez. Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next group.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to appoint to the Police Civilian Complaint Review Board is a 3-year term. Karen Dobson, term expires 12/31/25. Jerry Daly expires 12/31/25. Scott Eddings expires 12/31/26. Paul Monty, 12/31/26. Casey Lee Waldron, term expires 12/31/27. And Greg Arroyo, 12/31/27.
Second by Mr. Catroci. Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Next group.
Mr. President, I'd like to make an appointment to the following Fund Advisory Board for the Dock Endowment Fund. Pat Mulhern, Merle Winslow, Patty Samuels, and Lou Catroci.
So I have a second by Mr. President. There are no terms here, so we just wanted to get this as an official board. And you serve on the board until you either decide to leave or if you want to retire from it.
Is that because we're going to build another dock?
No, the Grundy Foundation has given us an endowment,
Only kidding.
so that's not saying we're not building a dock. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Mr. President, I'd like to appoint the following people to the Police Pension Committee. Jacqueline Marish, Mike Duva, Sergeant Chuck Palmer, Merle Winslow, and Sandra Van Dyke.
Second by Mr. Catroci. Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
So Jeff, you usually doesn't go to seats. Usually doesn't go to seats. This is a quick one.
I'd like to make a motion to,
So I got a motion from Mrs. Collins to adjourn, second by Mrs. Figueroa. Mr. Cousin. Second by Mr. Cousin. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.